I'm standing in Dapple Park, which is at the heart of one of the most unique master plan communities you're going to find, the neighborhood of Artavia. Today we're going to check out what the community has to offer. Stay tuned. What's up, everyone? It's Jeff with Jeff West Properties, your host for the Conroe Living Channel, where we identify and celebrate everything that makes Conroe, Texas, one of the fastest growing cities in America. As the name would imply, Artavia is not just a community with art, it's a community of art. It's got art right in the name. Of course, so does Artichoke. Never really considered those that artistic. Anyway, it's got a lot of art. Its art installations are found throughout the community, both randomly along the hiking trails, as well as destination exhibits like Nature's Window, Leaning Tree, and Moongate. It's also the headquarters for the Avengers, apparently. Dapple Park is at the center of the community. A 5-acre community lake meets up with the amenity center, where you can rent paddle boats. In the amenity center, you can find the Fit Center, gathering spaces, the community office, and the Palette Cafe, which is now how I'm told it's pronounced, even though the first person I talked to about it pronounced it Palati. Now I'm not sure which one it is, but since this is an artistic community, I guess I'll take artistic license. As far as homes go, there are 8 of the most recognizable builders in the industry. Prices start in the high 200s and go up to the low 800s on lot sizes from 40 foot to 70 foot wide. Homes range from around 1,600 square feet to over 4,500 square feet. Every builder in the neighborhood is still building homes out here, and as I've stated frequently in other videos I've made, there are great new home incentives, including pay down interest rates, free upgrades, and here in Artavia, up to $90,000 in savings. Artavia's slogan is Live Colorfully, and this one-of-a-kind community is a perfect place for one-of-a-kind people to call home. But even if you're not one of a kind, you can still live here too. A pretty big percentage of my clients actually come from out of state. They're relocating here either for a job transfer or just a better quality of life than where they came from. And a lot of times when I meet with people, they already have the place picked out that they want to live based on something they saw on the internet. Only to go to that place and find out, it's not really what we were looking for after all. Because when you're not from a place, you just don't know what you don't know. So with these videos, I try to give a pros cons list of living in the community so you know both the good and the not so good of these particular neighborhoods. One thing that's great about Artavia is it feels very secluded. It feels like you're escaping civilization when you get home. I grew up in Conroe, and my dad had a law office in the Woodlands, so we eventually moved there. And Artavia reminds me a lot of what the Woodlands used to be in its early stages. When Friendswood Development Corporation and George Mitchell originally developed the Woodlands, they had a vision in mind of a wooded, secluded getaway from it all. It's what really drew so many people to the Woodlands in the first place. Now, that's not what the Woodlands is anymore. It's a place with Fortune 500 companies and its own downtown, world-class restaurants, world-class shopping. It's changed quite a bit, but what Artavia is right now is what I feel like was the original thing that drew people to the Woodlands many, many years ago. Another thing that's great about Artavia is its location. Like I said, it is secluded, but you are only 8 miles away from Interstate 45 that takes you into the Woodlands and is a straight shot downtown. You're only 11 miles from Interstate 69 or Highway 59 that puts you on the northeast side of town, just above the airport in the Kingwood area, and it's also a straight shot into town. You're also only 9 miles away from Grand Parkway or Highway 99, which is the newest loop around the city of Houston. It hits all the major suburbs, and it allows you to travel to all the outer areas of the Houston area without hitting all that congestion. And the last thing I really like about Artavia is the activities. They do a great job of bringing the community together. They have a bunch of different events that they do throughout the year, and they do them very, very well. It creates this great tight-knit community that they probably do as well as anybody, any master plan community that I've seen. Now, it's not all great. There are some downsides to living in Artavia. One of those is location, which I know I just said that location is one of the positives of the community, but it really just depends on location to what. It's a great jumping off point to get around the metroplex of Houston, but as far as things close to you, as far as restaurants and grocery stores and shopping and things like that, you don't have them anywhere close. You have to do a little bit of driving. You have to go further down 242, either to the east or west. Is it further or farther? I always get those confused. I'm good with grammatical rules there, but further, farther always throws me off. I know I could have just looked it up and not shown my ignorance to you, but less editing. Another downside to buying a home in Artavia is the taxes are high. Now, this is not atypical of any new home community because most of the time when an area is brand new, taxes are going to be higher. This is because when you're building something from nothing, that means you have to build roads, you have to build public utilities, you have to build all the infrastructure to make it livable, and that money's got to come from somewhere. So it comes through municipal utilities districts, or MUDs as we call them in Texas, that are loans by the state of Texas that are paid off by bonds, which are paid for by the taxes. So as well as all the other taxes that everybody in the state of Texas pays, your school district tax, your county tax, EMS, all of those things that are part of the taxes, you also have a MUD tax on top of it in these new areas like Artavia, and it tends to be pretty high. So it's sitting around 3.2% right now. Now, the good news is with MUD taxes, they are temporary. As those bonds get paid down, your taxes actually get lower, so it's not a static thing. And the last negative that you need to know about the neighborhood of Artavia is that it is zoned to Caney Creek High School, which is the lowest rated high school in the Conroe Independent School District, according to greatschools.org. I've personally always found school ratings to be a little bit subjective, but oftentimes those ratings are based really more on the socioeconomic environment around it, which is why you see inner city schools oftentimes struggling with scores. East County has traditionally been a poorer socioeconomic area, but as neighborhoods like Artavia and Mavera, which is just north of here, continue to move into an area, it starts to change the socioeconomic environment. We've seen a big push to the east side of Conroe as the city continues to grow, and the school, as a benefit of that, is seeing an upswing in its ratings. If you have any questions about this neighborhood or any other neighborhood in the Conroe or greater Houston area, just pick up the phone, give me a call, send me a text or email. Be happy to answer any questions that you have. I've helped people from all over the nation relocate to the state of Texas, Houston, and Conroe specifically, and I love adding new neighbors. If you want to learn more about the fastest growing city in America, Conroe, Texas, make sure to subscribe to the Conroe Living Channel. You'll learn all about the city, from its parks to its restaurants and culture, everything that makes up the DNA of one of the best places in the nation to live. And if you're thinking of relocating to the Conroe area, here's some other neighborhoods that you may want to consider.